Democrats around the country are analyzing the campaign of Zohran Mamdani after his stunning victory in last night's mayoral primary. Mamdani, a self-proclaimed Democratic socialist, made ground in historically moderate neighborhoods. Bauman takes a look at what helped him win.
Seeing a different face, a different kind of politician, really resonated with me.
Ahmed Sleiman is one of the more than 2,000 Democrats in Brooklyn's Dyker Heights who helped give Zohran Mamdani his victory over former Governor Andrew Cuomo Tuesday night.
Well, is there anything particular about his platform, his promises that really resonated with you?
I would definitely say just the entire slogan of him making it affordable for New Yorkers at the end of the day.
The 33-year-old assemblyman exceeded expectations in several historically moderate neighborhoods like Dyker Heights and working-class communities of Queens.
There's a lot of joy. There's a lot of representation in the possibility of the first Muslim immigrant South Asian mayor.
The Democratic mayoral primary saw a record voter turnout.
It is part of a larger referendum on where our party goes. And I think one of the hopes that we had from the very beginning of this campaign was to move our political instinct from lecturing to listening.
The Democratic socialist campaigned on a progressive platform with a savvy social media strategy and had tens of thousands of volunteers canvassing for him.
I think his ace in the hole was the youth vote.
Tom Allen is the publisher of City and State New York.
I think the millennials and Generation Z are just sick and tired of watching the gerontocracy and the boomers, and unfortunately I'm one of them, ruin this country and ruin this city in their minds.
Critics include President Donald Trump, who Wednesday called Mamdani a communist lunatic, and Mayor Eric Adams, who's running for re-election as an independent.
Sitting mayors have the name recognition, the notoriety to get the job done.
In an exclusive interview, Cuomo told political reporter Marcia Kramer after his defeat in the primary, he's weighing whether to run as an independent in the general election.
There are about 8 million people in New York City, and about 1 million people vote in the Democratic primary. So it's not necessarily representative of the city at large.
And who the city at large stands with will be determined in November. Bauman, CBS News, New York.
Tomorrow, Mayor Adams will formally kick off his re-election campaign as an independent, and we will be there to cover it. Stay with CBS News New York leading up to the general election on air and online at cbsnewyork.com.